welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And of course, welcome back to all my oldies but goodies. So you guys, dupe alert. Well, maybe. So first of all, shout out to Pat because Pat let me know that this may be a dupe for the Rare Beauty blushes. I've never tried the Rare Beauty blushes, so this is the first time we're gonna try it. So thank you so much, Pat. Let's get started. So what I did right now is did my full skincare per the usual, let that sit for about 30 minutes, and I went in with my Smashbox matte primer to mattify the skin a little bit. I let that sit for another 2 minutes, then I went in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in the shade medium 110W, and then the Maybelline Instant Perfector 4-in-1 Glow in the shade medium. Mixed those bad boys up, blended it out. I look a little bit warm because I forget how warm this is, but it's such a good foundation, so it's okay. We're gonna neutralize everything. I always like to wait for my foundations to be dried down a little bit so we can layer especially cream products nicely. So I went into Sephora and I tried to get the shade that mostly resembles this soft matte cream from LA Girl. This is the shade Grace. I got the shade Hope for Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty has a dewy finish and a matte finish. This happens to be the dewy finish because I was going more for the shade match rather than the actual finish. This is LA Girl's new soft matte cream blush. It retails for $5.99 at Ulta. This is a creamy gel-like texture that blends down to a soft matte that can be worn on cheeks or lips. It has jojoba seed oil and vitamin E to leave your skin hydrated. Put LA Girl closest to the thumb. And this is Rare Beauty's blush that is oh so popular. I can't believe I've never tried it, but of course we're trying it here first. This one retails for $20. It comes in 11 shades. They do have different finishes. This is a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush. So this one, I have the shade Hope. Let's put it right next to it. So immediately feeling it, LA Girl has a little thicker texture. Sizes are similar. This comes in a 0.27 ounce tube and this is 0.25. So this is a tad bit bigger. Let's look, let's look. Shades, okay, shades are a little off, but okay. Here is LA Girl, here is Rare Beauty. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is get some of this from the LA Girl side. I'm gonna go on the top of the cheek. Just blend it with the finger. This is very pigmented, as you can see. I like to do my cheek like this, so we have like, we know placement. I usually match it with the top of this part of the ear, because that's where the top of your cheekbone is. Although this one out of the tube is a little bit thicker, it shears out nicely. I'm gonna get the sponge and just kind of shear that out. I like to use the sponge when I'm working with a very pigmented blush or one that has a thicker texture. I just feel like it shears it out perfectly. If you're working with a blush that's super thin and doesn't have that much pigment, the sponge can like completely just take it off, you know, you see? Oh, with Rare Beauty, let's get it from here, the applicator. Word on the street is this is very pigmented, so with my middle finger, let's blend. Oh yeah. Oh, did I put too much? Shoot. Okay, but it's blending too, like a dream. It's blending very similarly too. Once you put them on, it kind of shears. The feeling shears out, not the actual pigment. Oh, this is pretty. Damn. LA Girl, Rare Beauty. Okay. This again is the dewy one. So we will have a bit of a dewy finish. Let's add one more dot. It goes on very like a light pink mauve, but on your cheek, it looks more like the Grace shade. Or of course, it has a lot to do with my skin tone. Okay, I'm gonna get the other side of the sponge and just lightly. Rare Beauty, LA Girl. What do you think? Turn down the lights, you guys know I like to show you. Rare Beauty. We have a dewiness, you see, like healthy. Here is LA Girl. LA Girl, I feel like we have a little bit more pigment, right? And what I love, what I'm seeing here, like I'm all up in it, I love that it's not lifting the foundation. You see how it's like put? So what I like to do, if your blush ever looks very intense. This doesn't look intense. Get your foundation brush, whatever brush you use, without using product. We're gonna just go around and blend out the edges. So I just like to do this a couple times like this. So good. LA girl, Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty, we definitely have more of a glow. Oh, another thing. As I was putting my concealer on, we have to tone down this yellowness. A lot of times cream products can take over my face because I do have a very small face. So I have to be very careful how I place it. But what I've done lately is get some concealer if it goes like out of control and conceal like this area. Kind of like how I do with the powder. I place it up where my ear is gonna end. You see up there? And I always like to do my blush before concealer. If it goes all over the place, I have the concealer to work with in order to tone it down. That's if like you didn't do it with your foundation how we did it earlier. These are just like tips that help cream products not look like they exploded in your face. Like it happens to me all the time. So I'm just gonna blend everywhere, place concealer. And I'm just tapping. And then here, you can just tap it and blend it. Or you can also get your foundation brush. If your concealer is too light, the foundation that's already on the brush will kind of mix in and it'll just be perfect. Okay, should we add more blush? I feel like we should, although we literally just cleaned it up, but it's okay. What I want to do is just set the blush without powder. Without blush. And just setting powder. So I'm noticing too, the LA Girl does dry down. It doesn't dry down matte though, but it has dry down time. The Rare Beauty stays hydrated. It has like a hydrating feel to it. Let's turn off the light so you can see while everything's nice and cleaned up. Here is LA Girl. We got Rare Beauty. They look so similar. In finish, you see, it does dry down. It's not as dewy as Rare Beauty, but it's not matte either. Technically it's a soft matte, so it won't dry down like a complete matte. I'm so excited. Right, we're gonna get some of my favorite setting powder, which is this Derma Blend. Grab my puff, getting rid of any creases on my under eye area. And then I'm gonna set the rest of my face and I'm just gonna go around the cream and then just tap over the cream with whatever remains. Should I set it with a little bit of powder blush just to get that intensity? You know what, let's do it, let's do it. The reason I do this is because I do have oily skin and I like to do a thing called double setting. I just set with my powder puff and the translucent powder. A lot of times, if blushes are not that pigmented when you set your setting powder, it kind of diminishes the color, it kind of reduces it. So a lot of times that's when you can go with a little bit of blush, get rid of some and just tap it over, kind of double setting it, just bam bam bam. And this way you see how it kind of created a little more color to our cheek. Wear bronzer. I'm just gonna bronze my forehead. Actually, fuck it, let's get a little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Makeup by Mario one. Today is like legit a good makeup day. You know what I mean? Like, you know how those days, you have those days? All right, so it is currently 7:30 in the a.m. You guys, I woke up at 5, but started extremely slow. But we're here, so I'm just gonna finish up the face and I'll be back. Oh my God, just look how pretty this looks. Let's turn off the light so you can see. Here's LA Girl, Rare Beauty. And the powder blush I put on, it is matte, so I want it to be consistent on both cheeks. I feel like the LA Girl is a little more pigmented. I think I like it a little more. Rare Beauty is just giving us such a natural glow from within. And I didn't wash my hands because I wanted to show you the swatches. The swatch that's still a little bit wet is Rare Beauty. Movable a little bit. And here is LA Girl. LA Girl has dried down completely matte, but it's still a little bit wet. I don't know, it's been a long time. So they're both pigmented. The shades are slightly different, but this is the closest I have found when I went to Sephora to swatch all of them. Literally, I took my $5 cream blush and was looking through all of the testers trying to find it. Before I forget, this eye look will be on my Instagram and TikTok very soon, hopefully sooner than later. And my lip combo, this NYX, this is Milky and Cocoa, LA Girl lip liner chocolate. I wear this almost every day. And this Milani 420 Tease. Just love this combo. I think this is it. Let's go in front of the window so you guys can see. And I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, okay. Here is Rare Beauty. You see that glow? That like natural glow? And here is LA Girl. I like them. I like them. They're both pigmented. They look very, very similar. And yeah, what do you think in daylight? Do they look different from studio lighting? I think they do a little bit, but I just like it. It's like today we're having such a good makeup day, right? Yeah. Okay, bye. Well, fam, I'm back. It is almost 6 o'clock. Damn, today just flew by. But of course, before we get started, I do want to show you how the blushes were looking in daylight. Here on the left side, the ear with no piercing is the LA Girl Soft Cream Blush. And here on the right side with the piercings is the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Hope. Honestly, both of these were looking so good at this point. I just felt like you can see them. They're not too intense. They're just perfectly pigmented. And here we are now, many hours later. Look at LA Girl and Rare Beauty. It was just something about, I don't know, the complexions. I feel like these worked so well together. The blushes, look at this. Look at this beauty. Here's LA Girl, $6 blush versus a $20 blush. As you can see, Rare Beauty, we have like a spot here. Didn't notice that at the beginning when I was blending it out with my finger. It did get a little splotchy, but I was able to fix it and kind of fill that in. Here we never had that because the consistency is a little bit thicker. I really just like how both look, but I definitely will say LA Girl is a dupe for the Rare Beauty. Although the colors were slightly different and the texture for Rare Beauty is a little bit thinner and a little bit blendable, I definitely think these just look so similar on the skin. Been all day long and it has not faded. So that's when you know that both of these are really good blushes. Really surprised and happy. And again, thank you so much, Pat, for letting me know about this because I was so excited to do it for you. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.